but he was playing with a North American player. So we've never seen a real full true twos win coming out from the EU side. That would be the case here with VipR and Aggz0 if they are able to take this out, and that would be a big thing for EU. They've really never fully won a LAN once Brawlhalla has really picked up steam and had the best of the best in the world playing.
And this is their time to do it, if any.
Absolutely.
I mean, after this, I think the only next land that we have is BCX.
It is the World Championship for Brawlhalla. And then, but there is revenge opportunity at DreamHack Winters in Sweden, which I think is going to be very interesting to see the aftermath of that.
We're going into game number 1 right here.
We're ready to go.
Losers Finals is happening on Twilight Grove for the first map, and LittleCap already finding that neutral light. Phazon working with him as well to maneuver around the stage. VipR can't find those falling stairs, and Phazon off the side of the stage needs to be able to help out LittleCap because VipR is actually putting on a decent amount of damage on LittleCap. Blue team has a small lead here, but man,
that's an early side sig, man.
LittleCap is so good at finding those side sig snipes. I think he probably was biting himself a little bit after that because he was like, oh, that should have killed. I did that side sig a little bit too early because sometimes I really feel like he tries to go for it as soon as it will actually work. And that D-Light Stare, or down air rather, that's it for VipR. VipR wasn't able to get the dodges back. A good first strike coming out from Bodvar here. LittleCap taking the lead, and that weapon toss will do it for Aggz0. He's not making it back, and VipR doesn't have a weapon to save him. A solid 2-stock lead coming up in the blue.
Oh, Phazon almost taking VipR off the top. That would have been a very early stock. You see, VipR's like barely even orange at this point. He's in the beginning stages of orange. So getting a kill there would have been huge for LittleCap and Phazon coming out of this. You're seeing Aggz0 try to throw out those side signatures. They're not finding the kill options yet. A little bit of team damage coming out from Phazon. The side air is going to be interrupted by that islander that might have killed. Is LittleCap going to get another one? He goes down deep with the gravity cancel down signature, looking for the kamikaze there.
Yeah.
But just like Eminem's album, it didn't end up landing, wasn't very good, and ended up leading to that death there.
But Phazon was able to pick up the slack. He got the
absolutely, and that is something that a strong 2v2 team can do, is even when there's a little bit of a misplay, if your teammate can just kind of sweep it under the rug, wipe it up a little bit, and nobody seems to notice.
Aggz0 falls to his death once again, can just barely not make the stage touch with his dodge, and now Phazon and LittleCap. What is it about game 1s and these best of 5s that end up being 5 stocks? Okay, 4 stocks, because this was looking, it's always a 3-2 lead for one team. That's what it feels like.
That's maybe game 1 is when players are like, all right, I'm just going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Yeah. Because you have possible game 5 situations. Losing one game is not the nail in the coffin. You have a lot of time to learn about your opponent, see what works, see what doesn't work as well. So I think game 1 is just that experiment time.
So far, LittleCap has been showing a lot. Oh, that side 6 sniping Aggz0 again. He's been showing so much diversity with how he plays Bodvar, as opposed to Aggz0, who seems to be more hammer focused. I haven't been seeing those signatures coming out from Aggz0, and LittleCap has been throwing them out and hitting them. Phazon off stage, fighting against VipR's Axe. The recovery comes back and actually hits him. Oh, Phazon with that recovery takes Aggz0 off the top,
done.
Takes him out. It's 4 stocks to 1. And VipR's like, okay, yeah, I've been playing a lot of 1v2s.
LittleCap is literally just standing there, letting the idle movement come through.
That is terrifying. Okay, so Phazon falls to his death, and he finally has to move. Gets the stomp Sair, weapon toss comes out, dodges through it. No dodge for VipR.
What is LittleCap doing?
That's the fear, okay? When you look at Bodvar standing still like that, just kind of with that idle animation, what do you do?
You get scared.
Yeah.
I would definitely get scared there. LittleCap is looking for the unarmed kill possibly here. You're seeing the recovery coming out from Phazon. One more of those will probably kill. There's the neutral light. You're going to see the immediate, and a stomp side light is an interesting option, maybe because the island is there, so a stomp side air is just going to bounce him off the island. It might have been a Sair opportunity there, but VipR is definitely coming back into this. I think
a minute.
LittleCap and Phazon might be taking this a little bit more seriously now that VipR has taken away 2
VipR
stops.
just brought Phazon from white to red while LittleCap was respawning. They are going to have to take this a little bit seriously, because if he takes out Phazon, he very well could 1v1 LittleCap. He's insane. Like, okay, there's the down air. LittleCap manages to do it. They're kind of laughing about it. And so, while we were joking about that standing still thing, I do think that LittleCap is the one player who very realistically employs a do-nothing strategy.
Yes.
And then reacts.
Yep,
absolutely. And I've seen that, and he does that in ones too. And it's not necessary. I don't want to stick, because some players will do it out of disrespect, but I think LittleCap does it as a mix-up. And I think it's really cool that he does that, and he was able to get a little bit off of it. Didn't really work against VipR, because VipR didn't seem shook from it. In fact, he seemed like, I know exactly what you're doing.
And he's just going to go attack Phazon.
Yeah, he attacked Phazon, and he killed LittleCap while attacking Phazon, so maybe it didn't work. And we saw LittleCap do it less.
And that is something, while you bring that up, that is something that's kind of uniquely LittleCap, is by standing still, he's just saying, hey, I'm right here. Come attack me right now. And he has timings down so well that you'll see quite often, definitely in ones, and you'll probably see it tomorrow, is he'll go for the spot dodge into the immediate punish.
We got an interesting situation. Only maps available were Small Enigma and Great Hall. We're going to be seeing a map on stream today that we haven't seen yet. And this is Small Enigma. So we've got the 3 platforms that are hanging out on the stage.
Now we could see some ledge cancels coming out here, definitely from Aggz, definitely from Sword, and definitely from Spear as well. You might see some downlight ladders coming out from all 3 of those weapons, utilizing that ledge. If you're like right on the threshold, you can ledge cancel a downlight, sometimes a down heavy as well, to just kind of snap to the ledge and use a grounded attack even when you came in from the air. Absolutely.
Sometimes you'll see like double D-light combos on Spear using a gravity cancel, but if you ledge cancel it, you could go triple, even quadruple if you want.
And you don't have to expend your dodge until that final hit.
Right. But Little Cap finding a nice D-light there, puts Aggz0 off, and Phazon carrying it out with another D-light there, and the weapon toss with the knockback actually gets that KO. An amazing team combo. Little Cap setting up Phazon to be able to get that early stock off of Aggz0, and Phazon and Little Cap take the lead in game number 2. VipR, nice Sair, disarms Little Cap. He's going to go for a down air. No, okay, a Sair. He's going for a dodge and read. But a nice Sair and a Phazon puts him off the stage.
Oh, that's a kill. Finding that nice big side air hit coming out from the Aggz. But Lil Cap is coming in trying to find the kills as well. He's over on the edge trying to bait Aggz0 down. It's a stomp side air from Aggz0 is going to take away Lil Cap's stock. He didn't even have to go down for the edge guard right as Lil Cap's hurt box peeked over that corner, found the D-light into the side air for the kill option. Lil Cap is going to get a quick clap back here, and we're basically even here. Definitely stocks are all evened up. Aggz0 has to be a little bit careful. He's starting to take a little bit of damage, getting very close to the beginning stages of Orange as he eats that down air, and he's definitely taking more damage so far than anyone else in this game, but it's not by a lot.
Not by a lot at all. He was finding some stairs on the way back. VipR getting a nice neutral stick as he recovers, also hitting his opponent. That falling stair managed to avoid hitting Aggz0, and a nice stock stair coming out. It combos into VipR's side light neutral air from the Aggz. That neutral stick does not get that jump with the neutral light. Phazon runs into it, trying to save Little Caps, and ends up taking more damage for that, and VipR is just going insane in this game.
The clash coming out, where 2 moves hit at the exact same time. Both players end up getting hit by a modified version of the other one.
Oh, the recovery into the... Okay, so I think he hit him into his the other teammate, and then Aggz0 was able to finish it off. And then they went flying in both opposite directions. I'm not even sure what happened, but all I know is it was a really good team combo.
Aggz0 and VipR looking like a well-oiled pinball machine there, finding the perfect hits to get those kills. And they have the lead, but Aggz0's very deep in the red. That helicopter, big capitalization opportunity here, but VipR falls using that ground pound, ends up hitting Aggz0 as well.
He took him down with them. That was like, I was thinking, wait, this is going to be VipR and Aggz0's game. That was the one way where they could make this completely even. But Little Cap off stage, it seems as though VipR is not perturbed by what just happened there. He's just going off stage once again, hitting with some
they're still in the lead.
They're still in the lead, indeed, even though the stocks are even. The only problem is that they find that gimp. Aggz0 has been characteristically getting killed a lot earlier than VipR has. VipR's been in so many 2v1s today. From what we've been seeing, Nutrasik gets hard punished by Aggz0.
Team timing,
man. What an excellent finish. And VipR and Aggz0 showing that adjustment and adaptation that we saw in that earlier set in Winners Finals. Even though they dropped it 3-2, it was 3-2. That's why they were taking games. And even though Little Captain Phazon looks so good in game 1, I guess game 1s are just not VipR and Aggz0's territory. They must really like best of 5s.
Now, you saw that edge guard coming out from VipR with the ground pound that killed Aggz0, and then VipR fell to his death. Little bit of a misplay there. Using the ground pound on the edge when you're an Aggz player, typically you don't see that very much, because while you're falling, which is for a very long time because there are a lot of active frames and then you're in a lot of recovery frames after that, you're falling that entire time, getting closer and closer to the blast zone, and you're not able to dodge or jump for quite some time after that, so you don't usually see Aggz players doing it. But even with that misstep, you see them immediately adjust afterward, and they were still able to eke out that lead and definitely get that game. VipR's looking to take out Phazon on the edge. Both players are able to recover back onto the main platform, but Phazon has taken some serious damage. Meanwhile, on the other side, Aggz0 again is taking quite a bit of damage, kind of getting the worst side of that 1v1 between Aggz0 and Lil Cap.
D-Light comes out, Phazon tries to go for that chase dodge into recovery, but VipR is ready to punish it, gets a nice recovery kill and finishes off what he started with that guitar string at the very beginning of the match. Little Cap stopping VipR from getting those down airs with a nice nair into recovery. There's that ground pound that we were talking about earlier, but it's just getting him punished. And Little Cap accidentally combos Phazon as he's hitting VipR, and VipR gets the better half of that trade, but down airs are coming out. Recovery barely.
That was really, really
Phazon.
close.
They were like within each other there, and the hitboxes are just scathing Phazon there, not connecting.
And that probably would have actually spiked Phazon into the stage. He would have bounced off of it and not had enough movement options to get back to the wall to reset his jumps. VipR again looking for these big hits. Gets a wonderful axe dare to take out Lil Cap's stock. And Phazon almost looking like he was going to take a bunch of damage from a team combo between the two, but he's able to get out of hit stun and put some damage onto VipR, except they need to find more damage, more kill options. They find the recovery there, but Lil Cap is just going to completely disengage from VipR on the edge. He has that axe. He's been so strong with those dares. He's found the Sayers as well. A bunch of potent axe moves coming out from VipR, and rather than trying to confirm the edge guard, they're going to put a little bit of pressure onto Aggz0. Then Lil Cap's going to maintain stage control so he can find the kill.
Good combo coming out from there. I love that when he went and took out VipR and then immediately went to help his teammate put as much damage on the Aggz0 as possible. That's what you have to do if you want to get a lead or come back from a deficit in a 2v2. And they were able to bring Aggz0 into orange, but Aggz0 going to kill such a great job on Phazon. And okay.
Oh, they're looking for the save.
What a brilliant idea. Okay, they ended up both dying anyways. But to clarify, you could gravity cancel a taunt as well as attacks.
Yes.
And by taunting, he held his position in the air specifically so that Little Cap can go beneath him, hit him, refresh his jumps, and allow him to recover. Fortunately enough for VipR and Aggz0, they were able to look at that situation and completely punish them, but I love the idea that we saw. Two-stock lead for red team regardless.
A very technical thing coming out from these players, where something you might look at it and be like, what is he doing over here with this taunt? But it puts you into so many active frames and you're just staying still there in the air. You're not falling during that. And the health is all pretty much even right now, but VipR has an additional stock compared to everyone else in the game. And if he's able to survive, almost taking Phazon off the top there, you're seeing those big axe swings. Tries to find the side signature, almost gets the recovery on the Lil Cap. You're seeing the team combo follow up from Aggz0. Back and forth, VipR's looking to kill Phazon here, but a big side air ends up hitting Lil Cap, moves over to the right. This time he holds that down signature where Phazon spot dodged it before.
And Lil Cap doesn't get that stomp Sarah to Aggz0. It's a big deal. I think blue team's game plan is turning into kill Aggz0, worry about VipR later. That's what it feels like it's going to have to be, because this game is looking like it's going to be going over to the Swedish team in game number 3, giving him a 2-1 lead in losers final.
Whoa, that was very, very close. And then Aggz0 committing with one as well.
Wow, the recovery does not KO. Blue team is still in it. Neutral stick does not come out and KO. The side airs are not hitting as well. He tries to side stick back onto the stage. Aggz0 is still doing okay. He's not that the down sig. As an opportunity for a ground pound, VipR could even go and suicide the stock on it. That'll be fine, but that scoop does it. A nice down air. Hammer moves are interesting because the up air, right, grabs you while above, but sends you down, and the down air grabs you while you're below you and then sends them up. And that's what he was able to use to KO off the top. 2-1 lead for VipR and Aggz0. Lil Cap and Phazon are looking like they're going to have to make some adjustments because VipR is like on another level. Like they're keeping it even with Aggz0, but then VipR's got like a stock and a half ahead of them the entire time.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job surviving and still finding those gigantic, meaty axe hits, finding the side airs, finding the dares, confirming so many edge guards against the blue team. And it's interesting that we haven't seen, if anyone's going to switch characters, it's probably most likely going to be Phazon, but we haven't seen him switch. He does have a Lucian in the back pocket. He also has a Val in the back pocket. We've seen a couple of those characters from him today. I don't know if we've seen them on stream earlier on the Brawlhalla stream or only on the custom setups, but I know we've seen, I've personally seen him play those just earlier in the warm-up time earlier today, but he's sticking with this Hattori here, a very meta pick, has the high movement speed to be able to rotate quickly. Also, you're able to put 1 point into defense, get a little bit more survivability, has Sword, a very highly coveted weapon for the utility in the kit, the kill options. Same thing coming out from Spear as well. Now, Spear's gotten recently a handful of buffs, definitely in kill potential, so we're seeing a lot of Hattoris come out in the game. So far, we haven't really seen that many today other than from Boomy and Remy, but Phazon has been doing great work with the Hattori pick, but he's going to have to find something else, and so is Lil Cap here as they find themselves at the 1-2 deficit against VipR and Aggz0. A win here for VipR and Aggz0 will move them back up into the grand finals bracket against Boomy and Remy, who sent them down here before.
Sent them down there before, but very closely. Game 1 was explosive, but they were really close neck and neck the entire time, and they want that rematch. Lil Cap and Phazon, however, are making some great adjustments here on Twilight Grove, and that combo worked into both of the enemies, right? D-Light into the scoop, sending his a Viper up, and then being able to get that, or Aggz0 up and being
that's
able to
a
get that
kill.
KO on the Viper. Nice follow-up on the Phazon. Little Cap, however, find a Nair on the Viper, a silent on the Aggz0. He's doing so well with his hammer in game number 4. Viper trying to go in for that down light, maybe get Little Cap off the top, but Little Cap just goes around and picks up a sword, and now he's trying to find the neutral on Aggz0. Has him off stage. Will Phazon go for the finisher? The D-light does not connect with the stairs to the stage. Little Cap gets that neutral light, but the island just barely saves him. I guess he didn't have the jumps to make it back, and he falls to his death.
You're seeing Viper try to come in for the relief. He ends up confirming the kill. Both of these players trying as hard as they can for the win right here, for the chance to get the salty run back. Boomy and Remy sent both of these teams into the losers bracket. So that would be what they're looking for, the salty run back, the revenge option. And you're seeing it dead even between these two teams right now in this Game 4 situation. Phazon and Viper in the red, Aggz0 and Lil Cap in the yellow.
Scoop comes out from Little Cap since Viper was the top. That's not going to KO just yet. Phazon gets that recovery on Aggz0 after dodging that weapon toss. Now touching on the island. The side stick from Viper gets punished hard by that neutral stick from Phazon. And Viper for the first
weapon
time,
toss.
the first time in this entire set, Viper is the one with the stock deficit.
He's been taking so much damage here, and maybe they've been putting a little bit more focus on the Viper. Aggz0 falling here, putting a lot of focus on the Viper here. He's been the one who's been in these 1v2 situations. He's been the one controlling the 2v1 situations as well, while Aggz0 has taken a little bit of a back seat there, saying, okay, if you fall, I'm here to clean up the mess.
I don't think Viper and Aggz0 want to give Twilight Grove back to Phazon and Lil Cap. They
Definitely
look so
not.
strong on this map. Neutral light comes out. Phazon hits Aggz0. It's not going to KO just yet, but even though the island's been saving Viper and Aggz0 so much, it doesn't matter with how much they're getting these damage leads. They're still both on 2 stocks here, and Viper's nearly at death percent. Good recovery kill coming out. Now, Phazon on his last stock, fresh, however, and Aggz0's at risk of losing a second one. Viper's just doing his best to not get hit because any hits right now would be so bad. Aggz0's.
The unarmed neutral air
really
almost KOing Aggz0 to the left. That's the farthest you could possibly send your opponent, is up and left or up and right till they get to the kill box. That is how much damage these players have taken. Aggz0 is going to fall. Lil Cap somehow holding onto this stock, and Viper has to be so careful here. He's taking so much damage. He's in kill percent. You have big, heavy-hitting weapons coming out from Lil Cap. He's going to take the dare. Phazon capitalizing on Viper, utilizing all of his movement options. Aggz0 coming in to scoop his opponent or his teammate back to safety, but Viper is going to fall, and Aggz0 is going to have to play the 1v2 of his life.
Now, we haven't seen this yet. Maybe this is where Aggz0 really shines. But I do want to mention that Twilight Grove is, like I said earlier, is not a stage that I think Aggz0 and Viper want to go back to, because this is the same stage that they won earlier, where it looked really strong, and they look just as strong here. They just got Viper's number. Maybe it's not a stage that they have practiced as much, but Little Cap and Phazon are looking to take game number 4, bring it to game 5 once again. But Aggz0, technically,
the weapon toss is coming out from Little Cap and Phazon.
I think
it's 1 damage, and it's like only a few stun frames, so they're just kind of poking him.
there.
Great team combo here, changing up their moves so that the opponent cannot DI. If you get hit by the same move, like 2 neutral lights in a row, you can DI just a little bit out of it. So they're varying the moves so that Aggz0 wasn't getting hit by 2 D lights or 2 neutral lights in a row to where you could DI out of that combo. But look at the health. It is so close for all of these players. Aggz0 playing on that island over there, trying to bait the blue team into it so he can get the quick turnaround, chasing the blue team over, hitting Lil Cap with a side signature. So close for Aggz0 here, playing this so smart, but he's getting juggled by these neutral airs.
Okay, a scoop, recovery, stomp Sair. Little Cap and Phazon have to be right next to each other, because if Aggz0 isolates, there's the recovery KO. Phazon gets it. We're going to game number 5, and they're looking happy about that. But now, what are they going to do if they don't go to Twilight Grove? Because every other stage, Viper has been running circles around these 2 players.
I wonder if they want those soft platforms in the way to maybe put a soft wall between Viper and them when they're recovering. That's maybe why we might have seen the small Enigma pick, possibly a Great Hall pick. They have those soft platforms.
If they leave open Blackguard Keep, that's where we're going.
Okay.
That's what
Blackguard Keep.
It's like the closest that you can get to Twilight Grove.
I would agree, and it's not the most favored map, but of the not most favored maps, it's probably the very next one that people do tend to go to. We don't see Great Hall very much. You commented that we don't see Small Enigma, even though we did see it.
Great Hall is weird.
It's very rare.
Small Enigma, the 3 platforms are all over the stage.
Yeah.
Great Hall has its platforms kind of like pushing off to the right and left, and it can make recovering either a lot easier, or depending on and for people on us on the stage, edge guarding a lot harder because you have that many more places to go.
Definitely.
We're going to see what's happening. No, Blackguard was banned first. So it's Miami Dome, Enigma, or Mammoth Fortress, and honestly, they've got their cursors hover over Mammoth Fortress. That's
probably what we're going to go to. You're seeing a little bit of movement around, banning out Miami Dome. It's between Enigma and Mammoth Fortress.
They did not do well in Enigma. VipR was very comfortable there. But Mammoth Fortress, we saw VipR and Aggz0. That's where they were getting their wins against Boomy and Remy.
Yep.
So this is like tough. This is like, no matter what they do, okay, they're saying, you know what, we're going to try something new. I don't think, did we have a Mammoth Fortress game today? I think we have one in this match. Regardless,
yes,
it doesn't really matter because that's where we are for game number 5. This is going to decide who goes in the grand finals against the reigning LAN champions, Boomy and Remy.
It's some insane statistic, like over 400 days, that when Boomy and Remy have entered a LAN tournament together, they have not lost. It's something ridiculous, like over 400 days since they've lost a LAN together.
And now we're going to game number 5, and Red Team has got a really solid start. Little Caps was able to find that nice neutral light, falling stairs as well. He is still Bodvar, despite the appearance change.
Yes.
He's using one of his favorite skins in the game, that sword turns into a pipe. The character's movesets are still exactly the same. Side stick coming out from Phazon, connects to the VipR, sends him off stage, and that ground pound is not hit, and Phazon cleverly recovers to the other side of the stage. There's nothing stopping them from going under the stage and recovering to the other side, and now VipR was able to send Little Cap flying. No players lost their stock yet, but this is so close in regards to the damage that's being dished out. Phazon barely saved there by that hit, and the Stomp Sair does it. Little Cap loses his first stock, the first stock of game number 5, and Aggz0's looking to make it into a 2-stock lead, but Phazon off stage has something to say about that.
No.
Aggz0 characteristically falling to his death. I've seen so many situations where Aggz0 just barely misses touching the stage and falling after an off-stage debacle.
I think part of it there might have been that really late hammer recovery that came out from him because he was worried about hitting VipR. That would have been a kill, a team kill, and that's definitely not what Aggz0 wanted. So that's why we saw the late recovery coming out, because VipR was right above him. VipR is going to get the quick clapback. They're still going to maintain this lead here as Phazon and Lil Cap are both on their second stock. Meanwhile, VipR, again, he was the first one to fall last game, but this game he's completely changing that. He's putting out big damage, taking Lil Cap into the orange very quickly, and he's still surviving on his first stock about a minute and a half into this game.
VipR finds a nice neutral light, but gets punished by Little Cap there, falling Sair. And now the lead has been basically gotten rid of. Aggz0, I worry so much for Aggz0 when he gets off stage, because Phazon and Little Cap have shown off-stage dominance over Aggz0. VipR getting hit by a few neutral lights there. A lot of blows being exchanged into the red team in favor of the blue team. Neutral lights, so many. And the side stick from Little Cap coming out, hitting VipR, putting him into the orange. Aggz0's off stage. Phazon uses that side light almost as a tool to reposition, and now blue team has solid control over center stage. Red team trying to recover, and they managed to do it with that Nair. Gets him back onto the stage. Will they get the KO on the Little Cap? Recovery does not come out. Dips low for that. Dips low for that hammer recovery, and now Little Cap's really damaged. There's the stock. Little Cap.
Immediate punish coming in from Aggz0 after the neutral light came out and put VipR into stun frames. It also put Phazon into recovery frames. You saw the dash in coming out from Aggz0. Stomp Cider. Phazon, he's gonna turn it around and keep this game dead even. Aggz0's gonna fall.
But Phazon immediately upon touching the side of the stage, down aired by VipR. VipR in good form, not looking like game number 4, but every game before that where he was the one holding onto the stocks for his team. Now a solid lead for the red team as all the damage is even between all the players on their last stock, but VipR still on his second one.
Lil Cap has Aggz0 over on the right side. Aggz0's going to fall a little bit, but VipR is going to be chasing both members of the blue team with those gigantic Axe hitboxes. VipR's over on the edge. You're seeing, he's going to eat a ground pound coming out from Phazon. Everybody is on their final stock now. Lil Cap has taken just a little bit more damage. This would be huge.
Aggz0 gets
this would be huge. There's no save. Are they going to get this? They turned it around just like that. The pop-off from VipR and Aggz0. You see him slamming the table. He's got to be careful with those hands. He still has a set to play against Boomy and the Remster. Oh my gosh. And yeah, you see how strong he is. He might just bust straight through the table.
Yeah, I was pretty worried about that table for a second. I'm glad that it ended up being okay. And